truck in the background when I show you this video clip. And he's a lovely gentleman, has been having the most amazing phenomena happening in his valley. And he's a father of a little baby child and got a beautiful partner. They're all having experiences. But when he was driving home, and I want to get this absolutely correct, he said that in the crop, it was actually a cane crop, and it was a bright orange light to start with, and he thought they were doing a burn-off. But what was fascinating as he stopped was he saw more than one, and they started moving around. And he always has his camera with him now, because almost nightly, this gentleman is getting strange, anomalous lights in the sky. And this one, he actually felt was interacting with him. And this is what he says, if you can't hear his words very clearly. And this is just trying to head home, guys. Sometimes I'm feeling down and sad, and this happens. And I know it's not a machine. It's like warp speed, instantaneous when it moves. And ever since this night, when I pass this place, some freaky thing always happens. Now, there's also some very interesting language here, which I'm not apologising for, because I think we might use it as well if we have the same kind of experiences as Ross.
Make of it, I really don't. Anyway, one last fucking zoom on this thing. And this is just trying to head home, guys. Some nights feel pretty damn alone when this happens, but strangely getting used to it. I don't know what I'm meant to interpret from this, but I know it's not a machine. Even though there is engine sounds, it flies backwards. It's got all the cold phenomena related with the UFO. If it was a fucking chucker in the paddock, you'd eventually walk under it, wouldn't you? Blood walks just about into the cane field to see this, and this runs away. So there you go, it's documented now, at least what I saw the first fucking time by myself. This is pretty much it. And ever since this night, I've not been able to drive past this place anytime for work, or regular interviews, without some freaky fucking golf car parked out the side. Anybody knows this road, it's a fucking dead road, man. Like, even with a bit more population. So either this is some really weird natural phenomena, or the fucking God is fucking with people's heads badly now. I'm a little test dummy. Anyway, I see the lights in the horizon over the hill, they just don't come until you move, and then all of a sudden a car fucking appears. Okay. Peace.
Ross says when he's feeling sad, it happens often. But what he also told me, you can't see there, that between the blinks, he saw something that seemed like a 12-meter blue frequency, like a door, that seemed to happen almost like a kind of vortex or a door, that things were happening with that blinking. And it always stayed about 30 meters away, like it didn't want him to get too close. And if he moved too close to it, it would move back. That's communication, but one we're not used to expecting. This was one of the other things that he photographed one night on his video camera. Now, I don't know about you, but that does look really interesting. Do you think it's Venus? That's what he got told. Now, I'm just going to wrap this up with a few more points to ponder. And the reason I'm putting this up there is because there's something really important for us to look at, I think, in the way that we're being communicated with. We have children bringing in through frequencies, scripts and language, having downloading of information. Older star kids bringing through the most complex designs, geometric, sacred geometry. And it's really interesting, what is the language all about? And you all are familiar with this from the Bible. In the word was Word was God. He was with God in the beginning, and the Word became flesh and made his dwelling amongst us. So what is the point I'm trying to make here? Recent Russian DNA discoveries, summarized by Rodwell in a publication in German, suggest that our DNA can be influenced and reprogrammed by words and frequencies, without cutting out or replacing single genes. The geneticists and linguists have found that DNA is not only responsible for the construction of our body, but serves as a data storage and in communication follows the same rules as language. It just requires the right frequencies, which of course explains how hypnosis can work, but continues the vibrational nature of DNA are like holographic computers. Information can be transmitted by vibration and frequency. They call wave genetics. So how does that fit in, do you think, with all these frequencies that are coming in through the languages, for example, and where the children say they're here to help us? What do you think may be happening here? What do you think? Have a think about that one while I just conclude with a couple of other things. One of the experiences I know very well, who's being with me through my opening and waking to this reality through the many, many clients. Over 1,000 more have contacted me from all over the world, 600 at least in Perth, from as far away as Russia, Japan, Alaska. And all of them come out with similar patterns, and they're telling me similar things. And I have to say, what's going on here? What are they telling me? And does it have a basis in reality? And I think science is beginning to show us through quantum that maybe, in fact, what they're talking about is a simpler language than maybe we understand from quantum, because I don't know about you, but I do find quantum physics hard to understand. They're explaining it in a different way, but I think, or I wonder, if they're speaking about the same thing. And what Jane, this beautiful lady who came to me nearly 10 years ago with her experiences, said to me this: I can only come to the conclusion that we are becoming conscious co-participants of our own evolution. And with that in mind, they had better give us a brochure, which is, I guess, what they are doing. And I'd like to conclude with this.
Telepathic communications, downloading of information, artwork, symbols, scripts and language, all part of the amazing jigsaw of contact experiences. We can only guess at the meaning for now. But if we're open to honouring these expressions, we may have a better understanding of our reality and what the term human multi-reality consists of. And perhaps with all of this, gain a greater understanding of what contact is all about.
The end? Is there an end? Maybe this is just the beginning.
During this tour, we've had some really interesting happenings. And the interesting happenings we are recording because we have a wonderful TV producer lady who's offered her time. We're all doing this because we are passionate about what we are discovering.